Okay, so the first thing happens to be is that we're going to take a look at the file. So we'll go in here, scroll through the file. This character happens to be the one that was given to me, so there's quite a bit on here that I didn't have anything to do with. And yet there's some things in here that I did. Then there's troops. Because it was zeroed, it is now just T3, pretty much with the exception of Air Force. And I will promote the others whenever bio starts. And then we will go into settings and we will show what they have spent on this thing here. As you can see, 13,316 there. Should be ships here next. And scrolling across here, let's see here, I'm just showing parts of the city, and over to ships, and we get in and show that we have the Nelson S5 at 9. There's nothing else on any of the other ships hardly. I think there's just minimum. So that's what we're at in ships. And we go to, let's see here, should be research, I think. Oh, ship's research, just to show that it was completely full. And then we go over to the other research. I forgot weapons here, so I'll come back to that in just a second. And we're that close to T6. Got quite a bit to do yet, as you can see. So I'll be doing that. Progressing with that. And then we go to confidentiality. Let's see here. Oh, I went to Air Force and showed where the Air Force was sitting. Okay. It's got quite a bit to be done also. I'll finish out the technology first. And then to the archive to show confidentiality. And sitting at 26. We have a couple of different things to do. I think a total of 6 items there to get done. And then we'll go over here to show where the turret's at, where all the resources are sitting at. And as far as numbers, pretty much we 26 and 27. And then over here to pets. When I got this base, it had 1 dog. It wasn't even at 100. It was at 88 or 89, something like that. So I went ahead and finished it off. And I went ahead and gathered up a bunch of gathering dogs. Took them to 35, so that gives me to the 3rd tier. These others I just put in there and moved them up 3, indicating they had 2 of each of their strengths, and then these don't have any or had 1, so I just left them. I'll probably take them down and go back from there. Then let's see here, what do we got? After pets we go to officers. And officers, we happen to have quite a few of them that are maxed out. Somebody tried to do tank and tank destroyers here. So there's some tank destroyers that have some high levels also. I went through and started building up on just the tanks. I know I've got some infantry in here. I don't have infantry officers though. I'm not really pushing them. So I wasn't sure what to do as far as the troops concerned. I just threw some infantry in there because I knew it helps. Or somebody told me it helps, let's put it that way. In either case. Alright, and then we have the air. In the air we have a few different planes here. Nothing of any major sort. I was told Don't dump money into air due to the fact you have to dump a lot of your own cash into it to make it work. So then I went back over to weapons and caught up on the weapons just to show which weapons are here. Gives you something to work with. At this moment, I just have a few people selected to have them. I do have a couple of golds that are not issued to anybody yet. When I got this, it didn't have any of the Sten MKs, so I started collecting some of them for my gatherers. Usually I go ahead and decommission the purples, but I didn't do it yet, so it's all in this video here. Sorry. But yeah, and a bunch of blues are in there too. And we'll get through this real quick here. Then there's some more Sten MKs. Of course, none of them have any of the gathering speed attributes, so that's what I'm trying to find, is ones that have the load and gathering, just like I do on dogs. Load and gathering. Have to have that items. Here's what I have in resources right this moment. And then speed ups. I'm low on pretty much everything in speed ups, production, and construction, which I really need. But anyway, boost. There's quite a few things here in boost. And just going through a couple. Then there is other. Now, note that nobody has been able to answer my questions, is what do you do with the other? Like that strategic reserve chest. I have no idea what to do with some of this stuff. No, there's legendary officers badges and things like that. When should I use them? Where should I use them? Who should I use them with? Those things. Those type of questions. I know what transfer papers are, of course. I just got through transferring. Epic other badges and elite badges. That's where I throw my question at. Which ones should I use at what point and for whom? Alright, I don't know the ins and outs of this entire game, but yeah, that gives you everything I'm looking at.